747.
Hello, everybody. Dr. Rick Wallace dropping in on you. Hope everybody is having an unbelievable week. You're preparing to move into a new year. We're in the middle of a transition phase, and I hope that you are prepared. I hope that you are fully loaded, locked and loaded, ready to go, rolling into the new year with positivity, power, force, momentum, and you are on it. No matter where you're at, there's always an opportunity to make a move, to make a decision, to do something different, to do something better. And I encourage you, don't wait until tomorrow to start putting down your resolutions or acting on them. I've been saying this for the past 3 months. I started back, more than 3 months. I started back in September talking about the importance of ending the year strong and going into the new year with momentum and not trying to start something new after the newness has begun. You start something new to thrust you into the new opportunity. It's about building momentum and moving into transition phases. I've been talking about it consistently since September, and I hope some of you really caught on to that. I'm excited about today for a number of reasons. I love the opportunity to move into a transition. I love the opportunity to celebrate the fact that my wife and I are moving into this new transition period together, growing together in so many different ways. It's an exciting time for me every year. And, being able to share that with her makes it extra special. So, that's one of the reasons I'm excited. Another reason why I'm excited is this is the point where I acknowledge those who have, in one way or another, patronized my businesses and shown some love or trust in me to help them get some things done in their life. And what we're doing right now, today through midnight, is anyone who has ever purchased anything from any of my companies, whether it's the Visionetics Institute, Master Fitness 21, the Odyssey Media Group, Myriad Business Solution, and so forth. If you've purchased anything from a book on up to the Platinum Package, which is my flagship program in coaching and counseling, if you have purchased any of that in the past, all of our services today through midnight for you are 50% off. If you want to re-up on some sessions and get started again, hey, now's the time to do it. If you want to give someone something that they can use that is a part of our suite of services and programs, today is a chance to do it. This is an opportunity to really take something. And for people who have been talking about doing the bronze and the platinum program, while I have bronze, silver, gold, and platinum, people normally either go with the bronze, which is the least expensive, or they go with the platinum, which is the most potent. If they can afford the platinum, they go with the platinum. Matter of fact, I have more platinum clients than I have any other particular package. What I want to get through to you is this is an opportunity to actually take advantage of it if you're serious about it. The price is 50%. I'm excited about it because number one is almost everybody I've ever worked with, I loved it. I enjoyed it. Whoa. I loved it. I enjoyed it. It was exciting, and I love working with people. So I'm excited about having the opportunity to work with some of you guys again. Also, I'm looking for new people. So if you want to give someone, definitely show it to them. There are a couple of people I've talked to in the past week that stated that they were definitely interested, but they didn't necessarily work financially ready. Here's an opportunity if you've worked with me in the past. Now, for those of you who have never purchased a product and you're going, man, that would be great. I'd love to have I was looking at this the other day when he posted it, but you know, it was a little bit beyond my budget. And I would love to have it at 50%. Well, here's what happens. Don't fret. I got you covered. You can still qualify for the 50% off. This is how you do it. Any purchase that you make today, every other subsequent purchase you make by midnight is 50% off. So if you buy a book or you know a pamp, whatever it is that's out there, and if you click that link at the bottom of the description box, it'll take you to the site and it'll show you all the services we have, and you can look and you can find something, and then you can purchase what you want at half price. I want everybody to benefit, but I definitely had to show love to the people who've shown love to me. So you can still qualify by purchasing today, and then every subsequent purchase will be 50% off. But here's the thing, and this is why this is important. Yes, it creates business for me, but I don't just do this for business. I don't just do this for the money. There was a time when things were really crazy and rough. I was doing it out of soul love because I knew that eventually things would turn around, and I would again began to get paid what I was worth. I didn't stop because things got rough. I didn't hold it hostage. And there are times I still mentor. Matter of fact, I went and hung out with the guys at the cigar shop last night, dropped knowledge for about 3 hours. And everybody's just sitting there and partaking, and it was wonderful. And I do that at times. And then there are going to be times where they're going to pay me, and I'm going to come out and I'm going to do it. And it is what it is. I really, truly love doing what I do. Love doing what I do. But here's why it's important to you. Success leaves clues. Results have patterns, whether they are good results or bad results. You can look at a person's results, and then you can trace their patterns, and you can determine how they get there over and over again. You're getting results based off of your habitual behavior that create these patterns, and normally these patterns become cyclical. You start doing the same thing over and over again, and then you do it without even noticing that you're doing it. It becomes a part of your subconscious operation. And you do this over and over again. You're frustrated. You say you're going to change. You move into a new year. You set New Year's resolutions, and you say, I'm going to do this. I'm going to go to the gym at least 3 times a week, 4 times a week. I'm going to sit up and I'm going to read at least 1 book a week. And you have all these things, and you have great intentions about doing them. You start off well because your conscious mind is in control, and your conscious mind is where your willpower is. So for a while you do that. The problem is the conscious mind only controls about 4% of your overall behavior over the course of your life, over the course of your day, over the course of your week, over the course of a month and a year. Your conscious mind is only controlling about 4% of your outcome. Your subconscious mind is what's controlling the other 96. And if you don't make the necessary changes in habitual thought, habitual behavior, habitual speech, then you're not going to make the changes in overall habitual patterns. And what you're going to do is end up with the same thing, and you're wondering why, because you're changing it on the surface, but you're not changing the programming. And you can't sit there and monitor the program 100% of the time. Life won't allow you. You're focusing on other things. You're doing other things. You're being hit with problems and situations and circumstances and everything else. And you're wondering, why can't I get past it? It's because you haven't reprogrammed. You haven't downloaded what you need to download or uploaded what you need to upload. And that's the problem. What I do with my clients is I help them reprogram their thinking, reprogram their expectations, reprogram their standards, reprogram their speech. It's all about creating an environment that produces high expectations. And I tell people all the time, no matter where you're at, no matter what faith you claim, no matter what, God only meets you at the level of your expectations. I shared that with them last night. God only meets you at the level of your expectations. Life only meets you at the level of your expectations. You are never going to get consistently more than what you expect out of life, because your behavior will always reflect what you expect. If you're expecting bad things to happen, they will generally happen, because your behavior will produce them. A lot of things people don't understand. You're focusing on the wrong things. I teach you how to focus on the right things. Change can happen. Change can happen in a relatively, here I am with change can happen in a relatively short period of time. if you know how to exact change, how to enact change, how to make things happen. It is immensely important if you're looking to do something different in your life. Hey, T, there's an old client. Um, there's a couple of them up there. But hey, look, here's the thing. The first thing that has to happen in order to have change is there has to be a committed decision. You can say I want something all day. You don't get what you want in life. You get what you become. And so there has to be a commitment to taking the necessary steps to get what you want. Then after you make the commitment, you look at the steps and you take them. Another problem we have is that most people procrastinate. You know what you're supposed to be doing. I get so many people that come to me and I say, okay, what is it? And they'll tell me what they want. Then they'll start telling me what they need to do. And the average person will go, well, why are you not doing it? It's because they haven't been programmed to take action. They are programmed through experiences to procrastinate. See, as long as they procrastinate, they always have the potential, and they have the potential of success in front of them, but they don't have the potential of failure because they won't act on it. So as long as I don't actually try it, I can't fail. But they don't understand that failure is a part of the process of winning. You don't win without failure. You don't advance without failure. You don't grow without failure. Failure is just one part of the process that teaches you how to, what not to do in order to achieve something. It's a part of the process. I don't know anyone who is extremely successful who hasn't failed. I have done it multiple times. The thing is not to sit up and get focused on what went wrong. It's to sit up and learn from it in a way that you now apply the new knowledge to your efforts, and you start to refine your movement. You start to refine how you operate, and you go from step to step to step, and you get better. It's a growth process. So if I was telling the guys last night, if you want to be a business owner, there's a step-by-step process to get there. If you've never owned a business before, you need to find you need to find one or more people that own a business and observe them. What do they do differently than you do? How is their conversation different than your conversation? How do they approach challenges or problems or whatever, however, obstacles and situations in comparison to what you do? If you want to earn a certain amount of money, or you want to get to a certain point in being debt free, or whatever it is, how is that accomplished? Look at people who have done it. Study people who have done it. Pay attention to what they do. Some of the things I can tell you that of the extremely successful people, regardless of what you want to seek to be successful in, regardless of that, let me tell you some things. Successful people tend to get up earlier than most people. Successful people are avid readers. Successful people learn how to think laterally. What does that mean? They learn how to think outside of the box. They're never boxed in to a certain idea, a certain notion, a certain strategy. They're always able to think outside of the box. They are very creative and lateral in their thinking. They are not limited in what they expect. They have very high expectations. They have very high standards, and they surround themselves with other people who have the same high expectations for themselves. They understand the importance of having a very powerful and encouraging and potent circle. And it's important. Those are just some of the things, but you observe those things. You say, okay, this is what I need to do. It's all about saying, okay, this is what I want. What do the people who have what I want do differently than what I do? So how do I become the person capable of getting the things I want? That's all it's about. If I want to be able to afford $1 million house, then I have to be able to understand what it takes to own it, and then understand what I'm doing that needs to change. And then I ultimately start to change. I start to grow into the person, and eventually I develop the value that allows me to produce services, whatever it is, services, products, courses, inventions, whatever it is. I bring a level of value to a certain group of people that allows them to pay me, or I take it and another route will be to find ways to invest, to buy properties, to invest in stocks, to invest in startups, and there's all these different ways that you move around and you create this opportunity. But you first have to learn what's required. Then you go out and you say, okay, this is what I have to do. And it's a process of growth. Most people don't want to take the time to grow. And that's what's excited about what I'm offering today, is because people tend to balk. And I only put, when it comes down to the packages that I offer. I only put the bronze package and the platinum package. There is the gold and the silver, as I said before, but most people either get the bronze or the gold. What I can tell you is, believe it or not, people get the platinum package. Most people I'm working with now, I've worked with for close to a year or moving up on a year. There are people who still get the bronze package. That's because they're either not sure of what they can expect and they want to fill me out. I'm good with that. But what I could tell you is almost certainly everybody that's ever brought the bronze package either ends up ringing up 2 or 3 times for the bronze package or purchasing the platinum package because we get stuff done. And they realize, even though I've gotten a lot done, if I stick with Dr. Wallace, I'm going to get a lot more done. It's that simple. I add an enhancement to your journey, no matter where you're at, no matter how well you're doing. Some of the most matter of fact, most of in order to be able to afford the platinum package, you have to be doing pretty good. So it's not like everybody that's coming is just, oh my God, I'm at wit's end. Some people understand there's a faster way to get to something. And if I can make it, if I can speed up the process, then I get to experience more in life. I get where I'm trying to go faster. And so they sit up and say, hey, Doc, I think you can get me there. And I always do, because it's about you. I just know how to get it out of you. There's absolutely no one that does not have the capacity to get what they want to get, where they want to get. The question is, do you have the commitment? Do you have the staying power? Are you willing to push through the obstacles? Are you willing to commit to doing something that's going to challenge you? Most people want comfort. You can't get what you want. If you want something exceptional, if you're wanting something extraordinary, if you're wanting something phenomenal, you are not going to get it being comfortable. You'll get average. You'll get mediocre. You'll get getting by. You'll get cool. You'll get existing. But see, you shouldn't want to exist. You should want to live. And there's a difference in living and existing. There are some people that have spent 75, 85, 90 years on this planet. And when they leave, there'll be a few people who will be heard and miss them. And that will be short-lived. And there may be 1 or 2 people that will have a longing for them after that. And then there are people who will be on this planet 25, 35, 40 years and some kind of way tragically leave this place. And they will not be forgotten, not because of the way they left, because of the way they lived. And that's the thing that matters. How are you living? How are you making every moment count? It's not the length of time, it's the quality in the time. And that's the thing that you should be focused on. That's the thing. So again, for every person who has ever worked with me in the past, anything that we offer, you now can access from now through midnight for 50% off. If you have never purchased anything from me, you can still qualify to get the program you want for 50% off by simply purchasing something else first. And we have books as low as 20 something bucks. And the book alone is the reviews I get on my books, really blow my mind. And like, I actually have clients who have come to me after they've read the book. And so I'll be sitting up and I'll be in a session with them, and they'll hold up the book or they'll quote something out of the book. And I'm like, the book is actually being read, because there's always thing, people are buying it, they're actually reading it, but people are actually reading it, people are actually growing, people are actually becoming something different, something that they desire. And that's what I want to see for as many people as possible. My goal for the companies that I own and operate is to positively impact 1 million people in 2022. Directly and indirectly. Obviously, I won't personally touch 1 million people, but I will indirectly touch the lives of 1 million people. Whether it's because I touch you and you touch them, or they show up to a conference and I've touched them that way. They tune in to some of my content and I touch them that way. They buy a book and I touch them that way. But my goal is to touch the lives in a positive and lasting way of 1 million people. That's the goal. That's how I will measure my success, not about what's in the bank account, but by how many lives I touch. And that's my goal. Now, with that being said, if you are wanting to work with me, today is the day. 50% off everything for past clients. And you can still qualify and become a past client today by purchasing something that you see that's not expensive and then getting what you want. I'm making it easy for you. I'm not stupid. I know what that is. And most times people wouldn't allow that to happen. But my thing is I'm rewarding the people who have worked with me before and opening up the door for them to come back, because sometimes you need to. And at the same time, I want to bless people who haven't had the chance to experience me, and they may have been looking and saying, "Man, I would love to work with him, but I can't afford it." Well, it's 50% off now. So find the program. And if the program isn't listed, there's a link that'll take you to the site, and you just hover over that life change courses and programs tab, and everything will drop down, and you'll see all the things we offer. And you click on it and learn it. Or if you have questions it's not making sense, email us at lifechange. That's the support team. Lifechange at rickwallacephd.link, and your questions will be asked and we'll get you squared away. Remember, this is only good until midnight tonight, and then everything is back to normal. On that note, look, I'm gonna get ready to get out of here. Do not go into 2022 flat-footed. Whether you work with me or you work with someone else or you try to figure it out on your own, you should have started months ago when I was advising everybody to. But if you, whatever you do, don't go flat-footed. Do something today that builds energy. I don't know what that might be, but you need to do something. If you need to spend an hour in meditation and you need to sit up and read a book, if you need to get charged up, but don't hit that bed with the same mindset that brought you through 2021. I don't care how good 2021 is. You should want 2022 to be better. And so you have to have a mindset of moving forward and doing something exceptional. On that note, I'm out of here. You all have an unbelievable day. Hope to talk to some of you soon.